Welcome to Yoga with Amanda. I will be doing a 7-part series breaking down the chakras. There are 7 chakras that start from the root to the crown of our head that are different energy bodies that allow us to move our body to stretch and grow and ask some deeper questions around each section of our body. Hope you join me for all 7, and I'll see you on the mat. Welcome to Yoga with Amanda. This is part 5, the 5th chakra. This is the throat chakra. We're going to be opening up our voices and checking in with ourselves, asking ourselves some questions, whether we speak our own truth. But in order to do that, you have to know your own truth. So some of that is listening, right? So it's this balance with the throat chakra of listening, knowing your truth, and then speaking it loudly, courageously, and kindly. So find yourself in a comfortable seat. If you have a blanket or you'd like to sit up on a block, you're welcome to sit on that. That helps elevate your spine, lifting your hips above your knees. We'll take a minute and ground down into our space. Let's loop the shoulders up by the ears, down and back. Connect to the base of your spine and lift up, drawing the crown of your head towards the ceiling. We'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and bow your chin to your chest. I'll read today's affirmations for the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. I am open, clear, and honest with my communication. I have a right to speak my truth. I communicate my feelings with ease. I express my gratitude towards life. I have a strong will that lets me resolve my challenges. I nourish my spirit through creativity. I live an authentic life. I have integrity. I know when it's time to listen. I listen to my body and my feelings to know what my truth is. I take good care of my physical body. I am at peace. You can blink the eyes open. You can stay in this position or rest your hands on your thighs. Often in yoga classes, we om. And some people are unfamiliar with that. So I just want to take a moment and explain what the om is and why we do it. So the sound om is vibrational, that if you slow down any sound, that's what it sounds like. So om is the universal sound, and that connects us together. So in yoga, while it's a very individual experience, we're connecting the energy of others. So it actually means to yoke. So we're yoking together. So that om, when we chant or sing or whatever you want to say in vibration, we're all creating that vibration together. So even if it's brand new to you, even if it feels weird, we're going to start to open up our throat chakra and just go for it. You're at home. You can do it as loud as you want. Let's try to let the neighbors hear it, okay? So here we go. It's a, o, m. So we'll do it in the beginning, and then we'll do it again at the end. So take a big breath in. Let's exhale first. Good. And then we'll inhale for om. So inhale. A, o. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna inhale, reach our arms up overhead. Let's exhale, open our arms, open our chest. Just feel that vibration of the om in our body. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. I want to just take a minute and put your hand on your throat. Just notice how that feels. So our throat, speaking, saying things can be very vulnerable, okay? A lot of times we cover our throats with scarves and hoodies and kind of protect ourselves, both for warmth and being exposed can feel really vulnerable. So I encourage you, again, like all of the if you've done all of the classes with me, we're grounding down into our roots. We're feeling into our movement, into our sensuality. We're feeling our personal power, opening ourselves to love. And now speaking our truth, we have that foundation. So we know it's a few classes, but we're working on feeling into ourselves and knowing our truth and saying things. So while it is vulnerable, you can still speak kindly and courageously, and you don't have to be mean about it, right? So just check in and see if that resonates with you at all. Okay, you can take your hand from your throat. We're gonna move into a tabletop position. We're gonna flow through some openness with the chest and the throat, and just keep checking into that area, okay? So as always, we'll take some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the head up. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'll move around a little bit, whatever feels good to you. You can roll the ribs around, shimmy the shoulders, my hip popped. Just work out little kinks, maybe roll out the wrists. Just go sideways. Check in with your neck. Good. We're gonna make our way to downward facing dog. So walk the hands out about a hand print, spread the fingers wide. First finger should be facing the front of your mat. Curl your toes, lift your hips. So press your chest through towards your thighs. Head is heavy, neck is long. Bend the knees. A lot of times people think your knees need to be really straight. They don't. Bend your knees, press the chest through. With a flat back is the most important thing. Then you can work out straightening the legs if that feels okay for your hamstrings. You can pedal out the feet, bending one knee, straightening the other. Good. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now drop down onto the knees for a second. You can take a padding between if you want, or you can sit back in your heels if that feels okay, if you have padding, or you could just sit, you could just do tall kneeling if that works for you. I want to go over lion's breath with you again. If you've done my other classes, I did it before, but if not, if it's brand new to you, I'm going to teach you lion's breath. It's a really great way to express yourself. So what you're going to do is stick your tongue out, look up towards your third eye right here between your eyebrows, and here we go. Go. So you're forcefully letting all the air out the back of your throat and just lighting that up and not caring what you look like. Okay, so let's do it together. Inhale. Exhale for lion's breath. Beautiful. Let's hop back into down dog. We're gonna do a lion's breath there. Big breath in. Lion's breath out. Awesome. Look forward into your hands. Come onto the balls of your feet. And you can slowly walk, step, hop, or float forward. Stay in a forward fold position. Grab opposite elbows. Let the head feel heavy, neck long. You can also let the fingertips dangle, but no tension in the back of the neck. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. Release the hands if you have them. You're going to tuck the chin, tuck the tail, and round up one vertebra at a time. You can move as slowly or as quickly as you like, making your way to a standing position. Good. So ground down through the feet. You can stay where you are. Loop the shoulders up by the ears, down and back. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and tuck your chin slightly. Just have that awareness of your throat. Notice how you feel. Good. We'll take 3 half sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms high. Maybe take a mini back bend. Exhale, hinge and fold. Soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins, thighs, or you can airplane your arms back. Just have a nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center, lifting your chest up into your thumbs. 2 more. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hinge and fold, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A, but a little bit different today. So walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Same part as the beginning. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands beside the feet. Step the left foot back, then the right, and drop down onto the knees. You're still keeping a flat back. We're going to keep the elbows beside the ribs. This time we're going to lower our chin down, then chest, and then glide through. Just keeping that awareness of our throat. So you're lowering down to drop the chin, chest, and then slide through, either through baby cobra or upward facing dog. Your back bend, your choice. You can also rock back into child's pose instead of down dog if it doesn't feel good for any of your joints, or you can curl the toes, lift the hips and press it back into down dog. Let's take 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. The next breath is a lion's breath. Inhale. Good. We're going to move into a low lunge. 2 ways to do that. You can drop down onto the knees, step the right foot through between the hands, and then lift that back leg up. So high lunge. Or you can kick that heel high, step the foot through, and keep the back leg where it is. Okay, so we're moving into this high lunge, or some people call it crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. If this feels unstable for you, you can always drop that back knee down. You can step the feet out left to right or a little bit closer together, no problem. Just make sure that the shoulder and hip points are facing forward and they're stacked. You can bend that back knee and tuck the tail so you're not rounding through the low back. And we have our perfect high lunge, perfect for you. You can also keep your hands at heart center if your shoulders aren't feeling great overhead. Good. Bring the hands on the hips, straighten the front leg. I'm gonna step the back foot in just a little bit and turn the toes out at a 45-degree angle. Open up the chest. You can either squeeze the elbows towards each other, grab opposite elbows, or take reverse prayer. So a few options here. I'm gonna just hold on to my hips so I can squeeze my shoulder blades together. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, you're gonna hinge forward, pyramid pose. So feeling a nice stretch on the hamstring, but work to keep the chest lifted. Crown of the head is forward. Keeping awareness of the throat so you're not opening it up too much or closing it down. Just an openness. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, you're going to reach your arms back up. Bring the hands to heart center. From here, we're going to move into eagle legs. So ground down through the right foot. You're going to slide the left forward. I'm going to turn and face you, but you can stay where you are. So you're going to bring the left leg across like you're really not going to bathroom, you're squeezing your inner thighs together. So this is the first option. You can kickstand your foot, or you can sink down a little bit lower and tuck the foot behind, if that's available to you. If not, we're just gonna kickstand, or you could stay lifted as high as you need to. Okay, so we're gonna take the full eagle posture. So with the arms, you're gonna bring your right arm up at a 90 degree. Take the left, wrap it behind. So the back of the hands touch. If you can give yourself a high five. Great. Take the elbows down and away, and then you can sink down, kind of get this compression. I will tell you, if your knees and hips and ankles let you do this, it's easier for balance to get down into a lower center of balance. Okay, wherever you are, if you're up, if you're kickstand, if your arms are apart, or you're just kind of touching your arms like that, it's totally fine. Still get all the same benefit. Okay, big breath in, big breath out. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here. You may want something to hold on to for your arms. I should have prepared you for that. We're gonna take warrior 3. So you can kick that leg back. You've got eagle arms, okay? So you're gonna kick that left leg back, set it down, open the foot. We're gonna move into warrior 2. Ooh. We'll do that again on the second side. So if that was tricky for you, you'll figure it out. So we're gonna move into warrior 2. The pinky edge is parallel to the back edge of the mat. The right knee's over the ankle, right arm's forward, left arm's back. Let's ground down for a moment. Look over the front fingertips. Big breath in. Big breath out. Windmill your arms around to frame the front foot. Turn the back heel and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're gonna flow again. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands beside the feet. Step the right foot back. Then the left. Drop down onto the knees. Keep the elbows beside the ribs as you lower your chin, chest, and glide through into your back bend. Child's pose or down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lion's breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take one more. Big breath in. And big breath out. High lunge on the left side. You can either drop the knees down and step the left foot through, or kick the left heel high and step the foot through. If it gets stuck, you can always help it. Lower the pelvis, lift the chest. Again, you can drop that knee down if you need to. Reach the arms up. Find your balance. Step the feet left to right. Tuck the tail. Shoulders away from the ears. Arms are straight and strong. Ground down, big breath in. Big breath out. Pyramid pose, hands on the hips, straighten the front leg, step the back foot in and turn the toes out, about 45 degrees. But re-square the hips, shoulder and hip points should be facing forward. Puff up the chest, squeeze the elbows towards each other, or you could grab opposite elbows if you want. Lift the head and then lean forward. Just until you meet resistance of your hamstrings. But pay attention to what's happening with your head and neck. Make sure you have length in the back of your spine. Find your breath. It's a really nice time to find Ujjayi breath. So you breathe in through your nose, seal your lips, and breathe out through your nose. Good, let's take one more. Inhale. Exhale. Unravel and reach the arms up high. Stand up and bring the hands to heart center. You're gonna step the right foot forward for eagle legs. So again, you can kickstand, stay right here. You can bend the knees. When you bend the knees, you're gonna sink your hips back a little bit and then maybe tuck the toes around the inner thigh or the inner calf. Okay. Eagle arms, take your left 90 degrees, take the right, touch the back of the hands together, or give yourself a high five. Great. You can sink down into that compression. This posture is really nice. It's a detoxification, so it kind of compresses all the organs. If you fall out, so when I fall, it makes me smile. Just like, I don't know. So I encourage you to do that. Like if you're falling out of any of these challenging balance postures, just like, I don't know, just lightens it up. Okay. I know it's not easy. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. We're gonna fly our leg back behind, so unravel and kick that right leg back. It's also okay if you need to set it down, but if you can, puff up your chest, lift the back leg. And from here, we're gonna go into warrior two. So you're gonna turn that back leg, open your arms, so the pinky edge is parallel to the back edge of the mat, bending the left knee, stacking the left knee over the ankle. Opening up your arms, looking over the front fingertips. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, windmill the arms around to frame the front foot. Turn the back heel, step the left foot back to meet the right. Let's drop down onto the knees and take one more vinyasa, lowering the chin down, the chest, and then going into your back bend. Maybe it's baby cobra, maybe it's upward facing dog. And let's rock it back for a brief child's pose. I'm gonna keep my knees tucked together and swim my arms back behind. It's a nice posture just to check in, little internal gaze, check in with yourself, your body. Just notice how you feel, slow things down. Good. And slide the hands back under the shoulders and press yourself up. Swing your legs to the side. We're going to make our way onto our backs. So you can lower down nice and easy. Keep the knees bent. Shoulders away from the ears. No space between your back and the mat. Hands beside the hips. We're going to lift up into bridge pose. But I want you to keep your head tipped back. So lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Keep your head tipped back so you have enough space between your chin and your chest. Good. Let's flow here. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Come on back down. I want to teach you one of my favorite inversions that almost everybody could do. A lot of people can do. Reach your heels up towards the ceiling. And there it is. I call it legs up the imaginary wall. I don't know what it's really called. But you could just lay here, just feel the weightlessness of your legs. Maybe bring them out left to right or back behind you. Or bring the soles of your feet together. Just kind of letting the blood flow from your toes to your head. It's good for all your systems. You don't have to do headstands to get the benefit of the inversion. It's good for your circulatory system, digestive system, respiratory. If you have a shoulder stand, you're welcome to do that. And I'm not going to cue that today because this is equally beneficial. And the shoulder stand, sometimes it pinches the neck a little. So we're just going to skip it. So we want to keep that openness in the throat and cervical spine. Okay, go ahead and bend your knees. We're gonna take fish pose. So that is you bend the elbows, gonna slide them underneath, open up the chest. So if my shoulder heads are forward, I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together and broaden the chest, and then let my head fall back. Some of you, your head will be able to go all the way down. My cervical spine, my neck doesn't like that, so I'm just gonna keep my chest puffed up, my throat open. You can point your toes. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, and then we'll slowly melt down onto the earth. Take a big breath in, and sigh out the mouth, exhale. You're in your Shavasana, final resting posture. Keep your gaze soft or your eyes closed, and let yourself be as present as possible for these next few minutes. Just letting the practice integrate, allowing your body to receive some stillness. Maybe tracking your breath, following your inhalation. And letting go with the exhalation. Good, you can stay here as long as you'd like. I encourage you to if you have that availability. If you're ready to start moving, you can reach your arms overhead, bend your knees, roll to the side. Linger as long as you'd like. And push yourself up when you're ready, making your way to a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Bow your chin to your chest. And just give thanks for this day, for this time, for this practice. Give yourself thanks for showing up. And we're going to Om one more time before we end. So inhale for Om. The light in me bows to the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.